About 10 seconds, I'm going to do the countdown. Okay.
Hello and good evening, everyone. Happy Wednesday, May the 10th. Excuse me. Hope everyone is doing well tonight. We will just give it, I know we've had our 30-second countdown, but we'll maybe give it another 30 seconds or so for people to join in. Happy to be here tonight. I will remind you again later, but can everybody hear me okay? Matt's saying that we're getting some odd messages, so I just want to make sure you can hear me. Let me know if I am loud and clear. Is everybody there? Hope everyone's doing well tonight. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Diane's Bruce says she can hear you. Okay.
All right. Excellent. Thank you. Thank you for that sound check. Welcome to What's New on Wednesday, May the 10th. Everyone is good. Fantastic. Thank you so much for that extra thumbs up. I appreciate it. So before we get started, I am going to give you a choice. So we actually have 3 different paper lines or paper companies to share with you tonight. Where would you like me to start? Would you like me to start with cute, or would you like me to start with classic? And that third one will be right smack in the middle. Either way we go. They're cute or classic. And in the meantime, sorry, I've got a bit of frog in my throat. In the meantime, I will just welcome you. I'm going to give you the heads up right now that there is not going to be a What's New next week, which is May the 17th. First off, it is Lawn Fawn Eve, so we will be busy getting ready for Lawn Fawn, but that usually doesn't hold me back. The other main reason is that it is Charlie's final annual review with cadets. Final for the year and final for his cadet career. So we will be out supporting our kiddo, and I won't be able to be live with you guys. But that's okay. All you have to do is check the new arrivals section, and we will just do a supersized What's New the following week. Okay, Matt, what's the answer saying? I saw a bunch of cutes.
No, I only saw one cute. 2 cutes.
Couple of cutes, but lots of classic.
More classic, yeah.
Okay, so you know where to find us, guys. Papercraftersworkshop.ca, and we are going to jump in with the classic. The classic, and this one takes me back because it was one of the very first lines that we brought into the store. I know we had Julie and Birgit do a mini album class with it, and it is one of my all-time favorites. So let me reintroduce to you, or if you are new to Graphic 45, let me introduce you to Sunkist. We actually have a bunch of Graphic 45. So this is our classic line that we're going to share with you. I didn't want to give it away by saying vintage, but this is, we've got, what I said, it looks like we've got 4 different lines from Graphic 45 to share with you. Sunkist is a collector's edition, or what they call the deluxe edition. And so in that case, in the case of collector's editions, these are kind of like the Disney bring it out of the vault scenario, where they take an older line and they kind of make a supersized pack that is a combination of the main papers as well as some of the patterns and solids. And just recently, I want to say within the last year, they've now started bringing out the 8x8 in that same deluxe line. So this is Sunkist. And again, my favorite, it's very beachy. The turtles are lovely, nice, rich colors. And there is a 12 by 12 sticker sheet in the 12 by 12 version. In the 8 by 8, you get 3 of each sheet, and they really, really are beautiful. This one's my favorite down here with the turtles, but there's flowers and beach stripes and some really great collage paper. Here's that sticker sheet on the back. Deep rich blues with the coral oranges. Really, really striking. So if you have been hoarding the last of your Sunkist from about 5 years ago, or if you are new to this, you might want to snap these up pretty darn quick. So that was Sunkist. We have a second deluxe collector's pack. This one is called Enchanted Forest. So this one has a little bit of a fairy tale flair with dragons and fairies and princesses in the, it's kind of a tealy green color. Really, really beautiful. The castle, the knights, the princesses, all of that good stuff. The little fairy here. Very, very true to Graphic 45 style, but just absolutely, absolutely stunning. So this one is called Enchanted Forest. In both of these cases, they only come in the 8 by 8 collection pack as well as the 12 by 12 collection pack. There are no single sheets or extra bits for those ones. They are back out of the vault and super special. All right, next up from Graphic 45, we have, this one is called P.S. I Love You. So this one is beautiful if you are looking to do some very classic, very upscale wedding or anniversary type pages. So these ones we did get all the things. We've got single sheets, we've got the collections, we have the 8 by 8, we have the ephemera, we have the stamp set, and we also brought in the flower ephemera or flower assortment. This gives you a whole bunch of different die cut flowers and pieces to do spiral flowers as well in the coordinating colors. So here is the stamp set. Let me bring it a little bit more close. Beautiful rose, some beautiful sentiments. The ephemera pack. So I know some of you long-time Graphic 45 people are saying, well, what about the journaling cards? They've had a lot of production issues with the journaling cards and with their supplier, their manufacturer that does that. So they have been moving away from offering journaling cards. But what they have done is they have built, you know what, maybe we'll crack this one open. They have built the journaling cards into the 12 by 12. So much like the other companies do the cut apart sheets, Graphic 45 is moving to that as well. There is a patterns and solids, which is lovely. Lots of black and white, very classic. I'm going to get this out of the way. Now, one thing that's really nice about this line too, and I'm going to kind of take it to the opposite end of the spectrum. I know this was very much designed for wedding or anniversary and love. We were chatting on the team, and this would also work if you have maybe sympathy cards or in memoriam, celebration of life type creations. It does have a very classic white rose with that striking dark background. And some of the sayings, do all things with love. That is a little bit more on that love side. But there was one, let's see if I can find it in here.
Careful with flipping over. The camera's having a hard time focusing
Okay.
on that heavy duty pattern.
Okay, it's a busy pattern, so we'll try and keep the camera friendly. Flip that over. This one is You and Me. Some great patterns and stripes here. I Love You Forever, I think, is something that could very easily go on a celebration of life type layout or display, or even if you're making a card. So I do think that this is very classic and can be used in a lot of different situations. It's love and marriage and all that good stuff with an extension. So let's just go with that. These beautiful, beautiful roses. It's super striking. This one actually, I don't know if it's going to translate on camera, but the flowers have just a hint of a pink to it. The postage stamp is very popular in the Graphic 45 world. And this one says, P.S. I love you, with that signature sheet. So again, you could very easily cut these apart to use them as journaling cards if you so desired. And then we've got our 12 by 12 sticker sheet as well. So they've moved away from doing the 6 by 12. They've moved away from the journaling cards for production reasons, but they're giving us some really, really great options as well. So that is P.S. I Love You. And we have one last Graphic 45 to share with you. And this one is called Make a Splash. Our purple lovers will love this one. It's people have already been finding it online. So I have full transparency. The patterns and solids is already sold out. If you would like the patterns and solids and we're not able to get your hands on it, let us know. We will see if we can get it from either from Graphic 45 or from our distributor. But this one is really, really beautiful. Mermaids and all things under the sea. Some really great purple papers. There is the 8 by 8 as well. Do you guys want to see inside this one? I'll do it. You know what? I'm going to do the small one this time because maybe that's a little bit easier on the camera. But to go along with it, a really pretty little stamp set. The stamp sets from Graphic 45 are getting a little bit bigger, so they're really nice to work with. The ephemera pack and the coordinating flower pack as well. Now, the really interesting thing about this line with the purples and teals is that we do have other things in the store that are not Graphic 45 that will coordinate nicely with it. Some of the aquarelle from Prima, we still got some flowers, we still got some journaling cards. Darlene had done a really great class with it, but we do have some leftover supplies. So those will work really well with it as well. And then there is this project sheet from 3/4 Designs, appropriately called Mermaid, but these would be fussy cut, but you can see that the colors just match beautifully. So if you want to extend your Graphic 45, we do have some coordinating supplies to go with it. All right, let's take a look at what Make a Splash looks like. Again, this is 8 by 8, but the 12 by 12 would be the same. The 8 by 8 does not have the sticker sheet. That is what the sticker sheet would look like. So some great little sentiments, lots of little images, and some title pieces that would go along nicely as well. So here's Make a Splash. Let's see, they've got 3 in a row. 1, 2, 3. And the beautiful purple pearls. We've got some purple and teal underwater foliage. And some little starfish. Here is that cut apart sheet idea. These ones are a little bit smaller and a signature page as well. Again, these would be the same in 12 by 12, just obviously scaled appropriately. This is Born to be a Mermaid. I bet Jen Shirkus is all over this one. The purples are beautiful. And if you need help picking cardstock as well, a couple of the ladies were in on the weekend and we've got some recommendations for you. So we can post that as well. I love this seashell paper. It's got those little hints of the pinks and corals to balance out the purples and blues. Some dancing mermaids, or I guess swimming mermaids. The mermaid fish scales have been very, very popular. That's very busy on the camera, but they are super stunning in person. and then another cut apart sheet here, like this.
Whoa. Camera didn't like that.
Camera didn't like that one. Okay, we'll go back to this one. All right, so that is Make a Splash. Again, we do have, or did have, all the things. So we do have single sheets.
We do have everything still except for the split patterns.
Matt says the only thing that we are sold out of so far is the patterns and solids. But again, if you would like that and you've missed out on it, let us know, and we can add you to the list of the restock when it arrives. All right, so that was our classic line that I had to share with you. Lots of great new stuff from Graphics 45, things that will last across many different occasions and scenarios. Next up is that middle of the road line. Middle of the road line that's going to go with anything. And I know you guys have seen versions of this before. So all together, it's so pretty. It's so pretty. So these are the ink drops papers from Craft Consortium. We've got 2 here in 6x6. I'll come back to those in a second. And we have 4 in 12x12. So this one is called Dusk. And it makes it look like you've gone to all of that work to do alcohol ink backgrounds without the mess, without the fuss, with it turning out perfectly every single time. So that is Dusk. This one is my favorite. It's called Sunset, with all those gorgeous yellows and oranges. So pretty. This one was out of stock on the 6x6, but I believe Matt said he has ordered it for when it comes back in stock. We have monochrome, which I think we may have had before.
We had the small one.
Oh, Matt said we had the 6x6, but not the 12x12. So now we have the 12x12. And yes, the pages are double-sided. No, these are not foiled. They just look like they're foiled, and they look absolutely stunning. And then we have Retro Summer. And you know what? Some people love the look of this, but don't know what to do with it. If you are one of those people, then you're going to want to tune into Darlene's Learning Live, which is going to be next Tuesday, the 16th, because she's already been playing with some of this stuff, and she has some amazing ideas on ways that you can use this paper. So these are the Craft Consortium Ink Drops papers in a variety of color schemes and patterns, and you get lots and lots. So there's, in the 12x12, there's 30 double-sided sheets, 20 designs. I'm not sure how that math works out, but it's fantastic.
Retro Summer is not ink drops.
Oh, Matt is right. They are not ink drops.
All the others are, but not Retro Summer.
But you know what?
Same idea.
It's still pretty darn pretty. I'm just saying. It's not that same alcohol ink look, but man, you could do some really beautiful stuff with this. So, and then we have the 6x6 as well. So go and check those out. Make sure you tune into Darlene's Learning Live and next week, and she'll show you some ways to use it. We're going to take a quick break from paper because I do have that cute stuff that I promised you. But we need to stick some grunge in there, and we need to talk about classes. So last week I introduced you to Chris's Floral Keepsake frame class, and I did not have the sample at that time because she was busy kitting it. So I wanted to bring it in and share with you again tonight. This is what that Keepsake frame looks like. It's super thin. You are going to make this frame out of paper. So Chris is going to share with you how to make a frame. She's going to share with you how to size it differently in case you want to make it in different configurations. And then you're going to create this beautiful little display. Now, Chris also has samples that she's going to share with you that shows you how to put photos in place if you would rather a photo instead of the paper. And she also has a really stunning version where she used metal trinkets, whether it's just from your junk stash or whether it's from our friend Tim and some of his little trinkets and things that he offers. But there's a lot of versatility in this format, and I think you'll learn a lot of great tips on how to make something dimensional, how to maximize your 12 by 12 paper, and just how to make something that you can hang on your wall or put on a shelf and display. It's a great visual memory keeping device that goes outside of your book or outside of your card making. And I think you'll have a lot of fun regardless. So this kit is called the Floral Keepsakes Frame with Chris, coming up on May 25th. And you don't want to miss out. It's going to be a lot of fun. And since we talked about Tim, of course, we have to share that we have some new Tim stuff. So these are just some little trinkets as we were talking. I think this was this part of a previous release that just came in late?
Yes.
Yes. So if you are waiting for these little figure stands, there is the top hat, there is the star, and then there is the cool dude finger. They're in. This is not in my wheelhouse, so I'm not quite sure what you would use it for, but hey, I think some of his vignettes and his little glass domes and some of his more three-dimensional projects, this would be a lot of fun, especially if you have a Monopoly lover in your house. Also, we have a new storage tin from Tim. I've taken this one out of the package already. It's all shiny. But the really nice thing about this is it is actually dual purpose. So it is called a multi-storage tin. We've got our mini inks, we've got our large inks. Well, this one is called a multi-storage tin. So it can be used to hold 24 re-inkers, distress re-inkers. These guys. It can hold 20 distress paints. And I'm going to sneaky peeky. That's these guys. We'll come back to those in a second. Or 20 distress mini sprays, which are these guys. And how that works, you're saying, how do I get different amounts? How do I get different things in here? You do have to kind of pick one use. You can't do a mix and match. But there are these little plastic inserts in here. And I may not be able to get this one out. This is the one for the re-inker. And it just nests in there like this. And this is the one for the paint and the sprays. So if you have the paint, that'll fit in here. You've got the sprays that fit in here. Just be careful that the ones on this outer side, I noticed as I was playing with it, you do have to kind of tip it in a little bit to be able to close the lid. But then you get to see everything's in there. And if you've got the tops of your paints and such all labeled, it's super easy to see. If you would rather use the re-inker one, you would just pop this one out, pop this one back in, and away you go. Now, I wonder, I'm going to just grab here. So Matt was just asking about the oxide re-inker, which I just grabbed. I believe the reason why he did not specify the oxide re-inker is because this is the same bottle as the alcohol inks. So if you have an alcohol ink tin, these oxide re-inkers would fit in there. But there's no reason why they couldn't fit in here as well. So you could have a mix of, there we go. I just don't have the plastic in properly. That's why it didn't close. But you could put a mix of your distress inks and your your distress re-inker, your oxide re-inkers. They would both fit in that smaller opening tray. So a little bit of versatility there from Mr. Tim, and a great storage tool. If you have all the tins and you want one for your other things, then that's the tin to get. I'll put that back together afterwards. And while I sneaky peeky do, there are some new Tim Holtz distress paints. And when I say new, they're not new. The bundle is new. So he has just like Graphic 45, he has dug into the vault and brought back some paint colors that had previously been, I guess, discontinued or retired. So we actually have 5 sets of 4 paints, and they are simply numbered. So if you like one of them, you'll have to go and refer to the photo, but I will also try to go through the numbers here as we go through them. So let me start with number 1, if I can find it. Here we go. So set number 1. Set number 1 is our reds. So we've got spun sugar, tattered rose, festive berries, and aged mahogany. Matt's put up a question. What is your favorite Tim Holtz paint set? So this was number 1. Number 1, reds. Number 2 is yellows and oranges, dried marigold, ripe persimmon, rusty hinge, and wild honey. And they do come as a set of 4. They are not sold individually. Set number 3 is your greens, crushed olive, forest moss, lucky clover, and pine needles. And as I'm noticing a pattern, these are in Roy G. Biv. So Roy G. Biv, your blues, indigos, and violets. So this is set number 4, tumbled glass, stormy sky, blueprint sketch, and is it wild violet? Yeah, or wilted violet. I didn't think wild was right. So there is our 4 colors. 1, 2, 3, 4. Which is your favorite? Or maybe set number 5, your grunge and your neutrals. So old paper, brush corduroy, gathered twig, and pumice stone. Really great classic colors there. So set number 1, set number 2, set number 3, set number 4, set number 5. If you do the math, that is 20 paint colors. That fills 1 tin. 1 tin holds 20 paints. So you know what? Get a tin while you're at it. Keep them all safe and secure. These I believe are only available for a limited time. So don't delay if this is something that you want to use to restock your stash. Looks like lots of people are liking our blues and purples. And Jody liked number 3, the greens, of course, green being my favorite colors. But if you like the rainbow, you just get all 5. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. All right, so that is new from our friend Tim. And I have one last series of goodies to share with you. I promised you cute. So those of you who voted for cute, pardon me?
Am I putting up the next question?
Sure, you can put up the next question. So the next question is going to give you a hint. Are you a dog person or are you a cat person? Or in my case, right now, I am a robin person. We have a robin's nest that we just discovered on our windowsill at the front of our house. We had a robin family right at the beginning of the pandemic, and it became my most watched TV channel was the Window Channel, where I just literally dragged my chair over and watched the poor little birds as they hatched and came to life.
Traumatized them.
Matt says I traumatized them and they didn't come back for 3 years, but they're back now, so I'm super happy. So I'm a bird person right now, but if you are a dog person or a cat person, either way,
Dog is winning by a lot.
you're going to love the new lines from Doodlebug. I promised you cute. You should have known what's coming. Here is cute. So you know what? Dog is winning, so we'll start with cat.
Oh,
We'll start with cat. We'll save the dogs for a little bit. But hey, look at this one here. It's a dog and a cat together. So lots of cute doodle pops. Lots and lots of fun. There's this cute little shaker one. This is very sweet with the kitty in the chair or popping out of the box. I mean, you really can't go wrong with Doodlebug. Here is the Shadow Box kit. If you have never seen one of the Doodlebug Shadow Box kits, they are super fun. In this kit, you get a sheet of vellum. You get a series of embellishments. Each one is a little bit different, but there's a sticker sheet. there's shape sprinkles, and there are enamel dots. And then you get this template. So basically what you do is you take your vellum sheet, put it over top of the template, and you match the stickers. So you find that sticker, you put it into place on the vellum.
Lick and stick.
It is definitely a lick and stick project, but so much fun. Great for doing in front of the TV. Again, a wonderful project for kids or teens or tweens that are in your families. Be a great rainy day summer project. And these little guys with the X on them, those are the ones that you pop up with foam. So you've got lots of layers and dimension. I'll see if Carol can find some other pictures. We haven't had a whole lot of them, but if there's lots of different themes out there, I've had a few in my stash that we can post the pictures. And if you'd like us to special order those, we are happy to do so. But this is the Pretty Kitty shadow box insert. We have kitty cat washi tape, more shape sprinkles. You want to do some kitty cat cards. Got the 6x6 paper. We've got Chit Chat, which is all words. We've got Bits and Pieces, which is tags and tabs and little journaling spots. We've got the odds and ends. Look at how cute they are. And I like how big they are. So these are fantastic for any kind of crafting project that you're doing, whether it is layouts, whether it is TMs, whether it is cards. They really are a perfect size for any project you're doing. Look at these puffy stickers. They're just adorable. Mini icon stickers, and then the 6x12 icons. And the main difference between the mini icons and the regular icons, other than the format, is the mini icons obviously are a little bit smaller. You get 2 sheets. Actually, you get 3 sheets in these ones, whereas this one you just get the 1 sheet, and it's kind of a one and done. Here is the paper pack, and there is a petite print to go with it. So flowers and wood grain and ginghams and galore. But super cute, playing with the yarn on the bird's cage, out of the box. Some really great little patterns there. So that is Pretty Kitty. And for all you dog lovers out there, let's move this out of the way and we will bring over, what's the doggy one called? It is called Doggone Cute. Oh, Matt's going to scoop that away from me. And Doggone Cute is right. Lots of great primary colors here. Super cute puppies in the box. Here are all the doodle pops. There's another one. So if you have different, this is the same one that was in the kitty line, just different colors.
No, it's a different design.
Oh, is it different design too? It looks very similar.
Yeah. It's a cat and a dog. That's the only similarity.
Okay. Little shaker guy. This is my favorite. Little wash and groom doggy grooming truck. We've got treats. We've got the fire hydrant with little 3-dimensional flies.
And poop.
Oh, and poop. Oh, poop. And the little scrubby. Here is the doggy shadow box. Doggone cute. 2 washi tapes here. Now, this washi tape could go either way. It is a cute little paw print that could be for dogs or cats. And the bones. We've got sprinkles, shape sprinkles, and more shape sprinkles, and all the other things. So 6x6. I'll bring the 12x12 closer. That'll be better. But we've got our odds and ends. We've got our chit chat with things like dog house, woof, fur baby, puppy dog, my forever family best friend. We've got the bits and pieces with the tags and the journaling spots. Here's our puffy stickers. I love how vibrant the colors are. Even on the kitty one that was a lot more pinks and purples, the colors are just bright and cheerful and will make you smile. So on these mini icons, the 3 sheets are different. They're not 3 of the same sheet. They are 3 different sheets. And then here is our paper pack. Super cute. They're in the car. XOXO, but with the doggy prints. icons, more prints, all kinds of good stuff. Here is that sticker sheet, and there is the petite prints to go along with it. And you know what? They're just so doggone cute. Haha, pun intended. You could make, even though they're slightly different color schemes, you could absolutely mix and match if you were both a dog and a cat person. Let's just slide. And then, you know what? It's always good to have some basics. So here is the candy stripe sprinkles paper. We've got the sprinkles polka dots on one side. See if we can bring it up on camera there, or the stripes in those beautiful rainbow colors. And there's a 6x6 in that. There is also just it's called plaid polka dot. So you can see it's got the plaid gingham paper and the polka dot. We are supposed to have these in 12x12, but when the Doodlebug box arrived, not all of the stuff that was supposed to be in it arrived with it. It had a bit of a mishap in transit, and we did not get everything that we ordered. So we're working on getting more of these in. And there are a few of the dog and cat elements that we may have only received a couple simply because they went on their own little road trip somewhere else. But we will get them in. And if you do miss out again, please let us know, and we will happily reorder and get more goodies in for you. So thank you for tuning in tonight. Thank you for joining me from classic to cute and a little bit of Tim in between. And just as a reminder, there is no What's New next week. So we'll be back next Tuesday for Darlene's Learning Live. But then we will be taking Wednesday off as we have a family engagement. But then it's the long weekend. So please note that we are closed on Saturday, May the 20th, so that we can all enjoy the long weekend and get a little bit of R&R, because the rest of May and June and probably July and August are going to be busy, so we need to get our breaks in while we can. But you can always shop online. Thank you to all those who shopped with us over the last weekend for National Scrapbooking Day. It was a tremendous weekend, and we really do appreciate your support. Okay, folks, that's it for me tonight. Go and check things out in the new arrivals section on our website, papercraftersworkshop.ca, and we will see you on Tuesday next week. Enjoy the warm weather and have a wonderful rest of your week. Bye, everyone.